Hello, everyone. This is John Beverly, the businessman with a conscience, here at the Kimalan Village, where each one teach one brick, one building, one block at a time. And as we often say, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And we show that we care about the things that we do. And today, I just want to wish everyone season greetings and ask you guys to be careful as you in and out and out and about. Watch your surroundings. Watch. And if you see something, say something. Today, I just want to share experiences as well as things that we've been dealing with for the last couple of weeks. Ever since, I guess, December, the 1st of December, we've been pretty busy working at the Beverly's Memorial Church of God in Christ, getting our home and foreign mission baskets together here at the Kimalan, serving the community with good fellow boxes as well as food baskets and what have you. And today we had a toy giveaway with one of the running backs from Michigan State University. And we just trying to do some good in the neighborhood. We served over 250 kids today. We passed out toys, and we had a nice turnout, and the kids were very cooperative as well as the parents. And we just want to always encourage each and every one of you, because just like that young man, the running back, he's getting ready to go pro, and we wish him the best. But the sky's the limit for everyone. We had a service on last Sunday, and I would like to also encourage each and every one of you. And it was our Ladies' Day program, and we was experiencing and sharing information as to the program itself. This means war, and it's a war that we're dealing with. We think it's individuals, but it's not individuals. People themselves don't do anything to hurt you personally, but in some cases they do. But most of the time, it's not us as individuals. It's the devil that dwells in us, and the devil don't want us to do anything. He don't want to see us make any kind of progress. He don't want us to expand. He don't want us to grow. And I was listening to Steve Harvey the other day, and we all have great intentions. We have great pretension. We have we can grow and be just about anything and anybody we want to be, from doctors to lawyers to police to firefighters, nurses. We just have to make up in our mind that we want to do something. And once we make up in our minds what we want to do, all we got to do is what they say: aim, stay focused, and keep it moving. And on last week, they was talking about sometimes, you run into a brick wall, and sometimes we get a little discouraged, and sometimes we get all messed up, uh, disengaged, and just ready to fall out and faint. But a lady, one lady brought a message about sometimes we have to encourage ourselves. Sometimes we can't wait or afford to wait for someone to tell you to get up, shake yourself off. You can do it. To stay focused. Sometimes we have to let ourselves know that we are conquerors, that we can do all things through Christ that strengthen us. And anything we set our minds to, we can do it. We just, my mother used to always ask, sometimes she would ask me, John, can you do this? I said, Mom, I don't know. And she would say, you can do it. So she was always encouraging me, but sometimes you don't have that person to encourage you. So you just have to encourage yourself. And some of the times we be going through so much. And another lady, she spoke on not today. And no matter what you're going through and whatever the trials and tribulations, sometimes we just have to sit back and say, not today. I'm not buying it today. I don't care what you bring, what you come with, how hard, how heavy. I'm going forward. I'm going to do this. And we got to have that mindset and attitude that I'm going to do. Sometimes, trying is one thing, but, you put forth an effort and you have to keep putting forth that effort one step at a time. And somebody said once, how do you eat an elephant? And somebody else said, the same way you eat an apple, one bite at a time. So I say one step at a time. And when we're trying to do what we do, when we're trying to reach our goals. And sometimes what we're trying to do is being hindered by others. And sometimes, you hear people say birds of a feather flock together. Sometimes it's because of the surroundings and the people that you're hanging around with, your environment. Like I mentioned about, I was listening to Steve Harvey the other day, and he was talking about an oak tree. And y'all, those of you that's familiar, an oak tree grows, you plant it and it grows to a real big old strong tree. But if you take seeds that same oak tree, big old strong branches, limb, the base, everything, take two seeds and put it in a 2 foot by 2 foot pot and start it to growing. And as long as you keep it in that pot, it will never grow no bigger than that because it's contained. It's in a different surroundings. It's in a different atmosphere. So it can't grow to its full potential because of the surroundings, because of what it's with, who it's with. And a lot of us can't grow because we find ourselves in somewhat, in a sense, that same 2 foot, 2 foot by 2 foot vase, flower pot or whatever. And we could never grow no further than that because we can't expand out of it. So what you have to do is find yourselves doing and being and surrounding yourself with people that's doing something. You can't surround yourself with people that's not going anywhere, not doing anything. Sometimes you just have to come out from among them that's not doing anything, because if they don't want nothing, you ain't got no business being with them. If you want something, you can't take somebody that don't want nothing and somebody that do want something and put them together and expect them to conquer the world, because they're going to be constantly fighting and bickering with one another because they won't be able to get no further than where they are. Because, like we say, each one reach one, each one teach one. So we constantly trying to teach people that they can be anything that they want to be. And you can grow, you can do, and you can have. But if you don't never focus no further than a cardboard box, you will never get an apartment, a condo, or a house. Not even a car. Because they're focusing you so busy being around the people that don't have anything, you find yourself content. But I never have been content with just a little bit of something. I've always, even as a little child, always wanted more. I wanted to do more. I wanted to have more. I wanted to get more. I think once upon a time I told the story about how when I was growing up, my parents would give me, I think it was a 25, 50 cents allowance. And at that time, that was a nice little piece of change, because 50 cents went a long ways at that particular time. At that time, 50 cents would buy about as much then, today, as much as $10, $15. But that was a different time. So I found myself always trying to do something else. I would go to the store for somebody to take the garbage out, shine shoes, or find something to do, some kind of chore to do for somebody to earn a little bit more. And like I said, once upon a time, my father told me, he said, "John, you could always have more, He said, all you got to do is focus on, finding, we always tell me it's nothing to do, it's nothing to do. Well, it's nothing to do because you really is not looking for anything to do. You can't find something to do if you're not looking for nothing to do. Another friend of mine told me, he said, he didn't have a whole lot of money, but he wanted to be rich. So what he did, he found some friends that he befriended some people that had something, and he began to mimic. He began to act like those same people that had a lot of money. He started doing things that they was doing. He wasn't able to afford to go and do, take trips and different things, but he began to carry himself a little bit different. And I tell the story from time to time that I just barely got out of high school. And in doing so and barely getting out of high school, once I finally got out, I found myself, I got more of an education after school than I did when I was in there because I didn't have the time or couldn't seem to stay focused while I was there. I was so busy doing other stuff. But once I got out, I was real ambitious and was trying to be like a sponge, trying to soak up all the information, learn all that I could. I learned how to run a business. I learned how to sell jewelry. I learned about gold and diamonds and what have you. I just began to soak up stuff. And I come aboard with my partner now, Mr. Marcus Cofield. And I found myself, I said, Marcus, I said, could you do me a favor? And he said, what's that? I said, when you go to these different meetings, I said, would you mind if I just come along? He said, well, the meeting is, for people, that board meetings and what have you. I said, I won't be in the way. I said, I just sit on the side. I said, and I just want to see and learn how business was being conducted. So he allowed me and gave me a chance to come and sit down, and I learned and I watched. And after months began to go by, after a period of time, one day somebody asked me a question, and I wasn't even supposed to be there, but while they was in the meetings, somebody asked me, what do you think? And I gave my opinion, and they was kind of impressed. And after then, my partner, Mr. Cofield, said, you never know. He said, and don't never be afraid to say something and do something, because something that you might say might help somebody. So from time to time, every now and then, somebody would begin to ask me different questions. And then after that, sharing my little information, somebody saw fit that maybe I needed to be on the board or one of the boards or a part of the whatever was going on in these different meetings and have stuff to say. So I'm just saying that if you contain yourself to a 2 foot by 2 foot pot, that is as far as you will ever get. You got to explore. You got to be able to expand. You got to be able to grow into your coming. And it will come to pass, and it has come to pass, that from just barely getting out of school to me now trying to share and help other people and tell them different things. I don't know everything, and I still don't know everything, and I'm still learning. But most important, you can tell me something. I'm not a person that knows everything. You got a lot of people that know everything, and I say every now and then why you know everything. Try to do it all why you know it all, because after a period of time, you won't know nothing. So once again, hopefully I said something to encourage you today. This is John Beverly, the businessman with a conscience, here in the El Kimalan village, where each one teach one. So on that note, stay focused, be careful, and watch your surroundings. Have a great day. Thank you for listening.
Okay, Mr. John.